Guys, if your RV says it sleeps 8 or 12 or 10.
I don't think I've ever seen 12.
No. Does it really sleep 8? Like, are you going to be able to sleep 8 and live to tell about it? We're going to tell you in this video.
So the reason why we're doing this video is that now this has happened 2 times to us. You know, we get an RV, sleeps a certain amount of people. Like, I think ours is supposed to sleep 4. Yeah, you're not sleeping 4 in our RV. And we have much more space than what we're going to show you in here. It actually gets pretty tight with 3.
Yes, and especially with the dogs too.
Yeah, so you know, we're going to talk about different things regarding what you need to consider when you get an RV, especially if you plan on having people on board.
So number 1 is going to be dining space. So here's your dining space. Now this RV, we're in a Forest River Sunseeker right now, and it's marketed to sleep 8. Now, which is fine. There are 8 spots to sleep. But when it comes to dining, number 1, dining. Yes, you're going to be sitting outside, but things to think about in bad weather, all right? You're gonna have 8 people. You can, I guess, kind of fit 4 here and then maybe 2 or 3 over there. It's just something to consider because after a while, that 8 people, in terms of manja, it's gonna get a little tight.
But before we move any further, this video is sponsored by Brooklyn Bedding. Now, you know if you own an RV, we're in a brand new RV right now. This mattress, oh my, you hear that?
Did you hear the thump? Yes.
There's probably 2 nights in this and we're gonna be, you know, at the chiropractor getting adjustments. It's not particular to this one. That's pretty common in the RV industry. Well, about a year ago, we teamed up with Brooklyn Bedding and we have the Wanderlust mattress. Now, Brooklyn Bedding makes RV specific mattresses and they have whatever you want, whether you want firm or extra firm or soft, they have it all. We have the Wanderlust, which we love. Best of all, they are made in the USA, which is pretty awesome. They offer 120 night guaranteed sleep. If you don't like it, you return it, no questions asked. If you want to get your Brooklyn Bedding RV mattress, go to rvmattress.com/endless, use the discount code endless, and you're going to get 20% off a new Brooklyn Bedding mattress. Again, we love ours. If you're tired of crappy sleep in your RV, look for and get a Brooklyn Bedding mattress. All right, the second thing you don't want to consider, and this is going to be how you camp. This is very dependent on how you camp. It's going to be cooking. For us, we're 2, sometimes 3 if Jason comes, but really the most 3 and 2 dogs that we don't really cook for them. They eat raw food. With us, with 3 people, it's a lot. I can't imagine cooking for 8 people or just having 8 people around with 3 burners and this little microwave. Right, which is not open, it's actually taped together.
But the convection oven is small.
Yeah, now of course you can utilize outside grill, but we're going to talk about a little bit later about some other things you have to consider when you're cooking.
Number 3 is going to be storage, but of all different things. So food. So you have, again, on a Sleeps 8 coach, here's your fridge, which isn't bad, actually. It's not a bad size, and you have a decent pantry, but 8 people's a lot. If you have big eaters in there, like Izzy, you're gonna run into some problems. Another thing to think about in terms of storage is not just food, but accessories, clothing. So where are you putting 8 people? You know, you could keep them in bins, I guess, underneath. Bathroom accessories, toiletries, if you have, you know, hair dryers and curling irons or, you know, face creams.
Well, not everybody glamps like you, so that's not.
Glamp. Oh my gosh. But you have towels, right? So again, with that number of people, it could get a little tight.
All right, so the 4th thing is going to be sleeping comfortably. Now, we talked a little bit earlier about sleeping arrangements. We're in a particular motorhome that is marketed as sleeping 8, and we're going to show you. So you have a queen size bed for 2, which just could be fine for both. But now you're going to have 2 up there, 4, 6, 8. Now, I'm going to say you can definitely put 2 people up here.
That is nice and large.
This is legitimate.
Yeah.
Right here, this is very similar to what we have. I don't know, you're not fitting. You're not fitting 2 adults here.
Little kids.
Jason will not fit here. I will not fit. Like, that's for 2 kids, right? Same thing over here. We're not going to break this all down, but essentially this is going to come down. These mats are going to go across. You're not fitting 2 adults in there. So again, you have to take this with a grain of salt when they're talking about, you know, the amount of people that these RVs can sleep. All right, so number 5 is going to be weight and carrying capacity. So like the particular motorhome we're on right now, 1,590 pounds of carrying capacity, which sounds like a lot, but it really isn't a lot, especially especially if you fill your water tanks, that goes by very quickly. So 2 people, 3 people, you're going to be close. But now imagine having 8 people. If you're traveling down the road with 8 adults, you know, what's
That's a lot of weight.
What's the average American weight now? Like 200 pounds?
Yeah,
I mean, you're over already. So even if you cut that down to 5 and they're 200 pounds each, you're at 1,000 pounds. So it is a huge amount. Now, like MJ alluded earlier, you're now packing for 8 people. So you're bringing so much more food. You're bringing more shoes, more clothing. It can get overweight very, very quickly.
If you're enjoying the video so far, we invite you to hit the subscribe button below, hit the notification bell so you know when we release new videos or go live. Also, if you're on Facebook, we have a Facebook group called Endless RVing, RVers Coming Together. Come join us. We can't wait to see you there. And last but not least, we have launched as of March 1st, a brand new Endless RVing newsletter. This is going to have tips, tricks, all different announcements, travels, everything that you could want to know about Endless RVing. It's free. The link will be below, so sign up there and join us.
All right, the next thing, this is number 6, is going to be overcrowding. Now, where we live is very purposeful. There's about 4 houses on the block, and we don't see people, right?
But we like our neighbors, but we all have our space.
Yeah, we need space, and that's one of the reasons why we have a motorhome, because we need space. But even in our 37-foot motorhome, you know, if it's the 3 of us and the 2 dogs, after like 4 or 5 days, like I'm tapped out and I kind of need space.
I see Izzy's face. He's just getting a little, whoo.
Yeah, and again, this is going to be very personal, but you don't realize it until you're in it. That's kind of what we want to say. This is our second RV now. You know, the first one we were going to have people come over, and we did, and we quickly realized like there's just too many people in here.
Yeah, we've had a number of times where people stayed over. You know, 2 people. We had mattresses set up on the floor, but you do start to feel. And again, this is personal. So some people may love having tons of people around, so that won't bother you. But for those of you that do like your space, again, just think very carefully about that. All right, number 7 is a big one, guys. Bathroom usage. 2 people with 1 bathroom can be sometimes, because Izzy takes forever. I know he tries to say that I like to glamp and that kind of thing. You have 1 sink here, you have 1 set of mirrors, and you have 1 toilet. If you have 8 people on here, that's going to get really, I think, really old really fast. Now, if you're at a campground, yes, you can use the showers and the bathrooms there, but still think about 8 people attempting to use 1 bathroom. It's going to get a little much.
Yeah, and I know for us, you know, when there's 3 of us, we have our holding tank is 45 on the black. We get probably what, 5-6 days? Yeah. This is 39. I tell you right now, it's going to be 2 days if 8 people are using it.
Right.
Now, again, you, like MJ said, you could offset that.
Yeah.
It all is going to be depending on how you camp, and that's why this video is very personal for whoever is watching. You can kind of consider and take it for what your situation is. So the next thing, is this the final one? It's going to be, you know, they talk about sleeping a certain amount. That's great. Are you going to actually travel with the people that are going to be sleeping? So, for example, are 8 people going to travel down the road in this motorhome when the slide's closed?
Again, as we mentioned, the weight alone can start to become a problem with those 8 adults and 8 people's stuff.
Even 8 kids.
Hashtag stuff.
You know, 6 kids and 2 adults.
Yep.
The other thing is, like, you know, we're going to show you a little bit later what may be more appropriate for a bigger family, but the problem is going to be, again, the travel.
Right.
So now we're in an RV. We're in the 2022 Alliance Avenue 32 RLS. Now this is marketed to sleep 4, and you can see it's much larger in here. And for us, this is going to be much more realistic, right? It looks kind of like a home. You're going to have a tri-fold sofa. Unlike the one before that opened this way, this one's going to tri-fold out. You'll be able to sleep 2 people comfortably in here.
Better for tall people, for
Absolutely. It's like 2 adults here. Now let's go into the bedroom.
I like the woodwork in here.
The decor is beautiful in
nice,
here.
Yeah.
And you have a king size bed, and you're going to sleep 2 people comfortably in here. Now, this is not a plug for Alliance Avenue. What we're saying is that they seem to be marketing this a little more realistic, whereas you have 4 people in a large, you can have 4 people, they can stay with you the whole time. Definitely going to be much more realistic for something like this.
So what do you think, guys? Do you have an RV that sleeps a lot, but you say, no way, there's no way we would do that?
Yeah, in the comments below, let us know. Are we on to something here? I know, like, it happened to us. I know it's happened to other people. Put it in the comments below. And for myself and MJ, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.